guys, welcome to Storytime. Hey everybody. Okay, let me get all set up and prepared like y'all is. Okay, all right. Hey guys, welcome to Storytime. Okay, let me see. Hey Tasha, hey Kay, hey Miss D, hey Shay, hey Cassandra, hey, let me see, go back, hold on. Hey Cassandra, hey Nina, hey Suki, hey Keisha, hey Madison, hey Jakima, hey Bree, hey Tanika, hey Chastain, hey Barbie, hey Kristen, hey Shay, hey Miss Chevy, hey Lavonia, hey Tay Tay. Hey Chastain, hey Alicia Nicole, hey Jasmine, hey August, hey Gemini, hey Ryan, hey Strawberry. Let me see who else. Hey Jersey, hey Jakiva, Jakia, hey Bridget, hey Regina, hey Rakisha, hey Reality, and welcome to Story Time, guys. How's everybody doing? The beginning of this week is Monday, so how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is having an awesome day today. And pull the camera down so we can go ahead and, okay. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to get started. We're going to start this story time at 7:40. I'm so glad everybody has had a great day. So we're going to start this story time at 7:40, but while we wait, you finally made it, Lily. So while we wait, do anybody have any questions for the crystal ball tonight? Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hi, Lasagna. No questions? I got a question. Okay. Okay, Jakima. I have to go back through, but okay. Because I know I didn't put you in stores a few times. Will tomorrow be a better day for me? So reality won't know. Will tomorrow be a better day for her? So.
Everything points to yes.
There's your answer, reality. Everything points to yes. Day, our crystal ball is now our question and answer portion during our brief intermission. So if you have any questions, we ask the crystal ball give us the answers. So let's see, we get started in 6 more minutes. I'm gonna need y'all to get up, close the door. Please don't forget to close the door. Go over there, close the door, the window, the doggy door, however you snuck your ass into this living room. Yes, I'm gonna need you to go back over there, close that, and then you can get your butt real comfortable on the seat of the couch and get ready for story time. Thank you, Lily. And I'm glad you made it, love. Hey, Nakia. Is this relationship long term? I'm trying to see something. Let's see.
Yes, it is certain.
There you go, Shay. There's your answer. Jakeem want to know, will I nail this tech interview? So let's see if she wants to know.
The answer is unclear. Try again.
The answer is unclear. How long is it going to take me to heal? It can't give you time today. You just answer yes and no questions. Hey, Jamaica. Oops, we're so silly. All right, you guys. So how many of you guys are ready for story time tonight? Like, who's been waiting for story time? Like, who's been at home, like, I can't wait for story time to start. Moderators Lily need the link to join so she can get her badge back. Will the gas prices go down? Let's see, Shay.
It cannot be determined at this time.
Cannot be determined at this time. Did my sister really get her birthday gift, or is she lying?
No.
No, she didn't. Auntie asked the crystal ball my question. I don't see your question. Auntie asked the ball, will I ever get child support from my man? Oh my goodness. Don't break my crystal ball machine.
Without hesitation, yes.
There you go. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey. Welcome back. So yes, y'all, please get up and go over and close the door. The door is wide open. It is like cold and hot all at the same time. So I'm gonna need y'all to like close the door so we can get ready to start this story time. We got 3 minutes, so get your snack, your cake, your pies. Hurry up and get your butt somewhere in the dark. Sit down, get ready. If you're in the bathroom, you need to hurry up, zip it, flip it, wash your hands. Please wash your hands. But we do not need your hands smell like musty balls or scat cat in this room where we are trying to tell these stories and listen together. We do not need to smell your scat cat or your goddamn musty balls all over this room, okay? So please don't forget to wash your hands and just be on the safe side. Pull an antibacterial soap on there to save all of us, okay? I had no day. Oh man, damn. That's my question. Let me see. What's your question? Hey, trucker. Can I start giving these white folks my money? Okay.
Yes, I am sure.
There you go. Hi, Greasy. My God. All right, guys. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Come on, get everything you need. Close my door. Y'all letting in the mosquitoes, the flies, the trolls, all that. We got security to keep all that shit out. All you got to do is do your part by closing the door so the security can do their part by keeping everybody out that ain't supposed to be in. Hey, cats. Hey, there, cats. Hey, Kai. Hey, Keita. Okay, well, y'all in the whole mess. That's what men start having musty balls on the arm. Girl, you know that ain't gonna stop, but okay. Hey, Maya.
The answer you seek is yes.
There you go. There you go. Oh my goodness. They didn't want to know, will I be able to twerk in Florida in July?
There is no doubt.
There's no doubt. There you go. You get your twerk on, girl. Get your twerk on. All right, guys. One more minute. One more minute. Hurry up. Pour your glass of Kool-Aid. Hurry up. Val, I don't even know how long you've been gone, but you've been gone for a while. Probably have. If you've been watching Storytime on replay game, you've been sending superstars super thanks. Then yes, you've been adding story times, and you just probably hadn't seen them. My cup of tea. Okay, it's 7:40, guys. 7:40. Time to. No, Mr. Jingles. No, Mr. Jingles, you can't get out. So sorry. All right, guys. So if you guys are all ready to start the story time, come on, give me them thumbs. Give me them thumbs. Let me see it. Hey, Evelyn. Moderators, y'all know everybody come in late. I'm gonna need my target slips, a doctor's excuse, a phone call from their parents, something to let me know why they ass is late coming to my class. All right, y'all give them a call. Let me know you ready. So if you don't have two thumbs, you missing a thumb. So you're supposed to have a thumb in the chat and a thumb up of the live. So if you ain't got both of those thumbs, I need you to get both of those thumbs, please. Oh, man. Thank you, Evelyn. You just in time, look, because you in the first story. Let me see. Do I have enough thumbs? Hey, Donna. Let's see if I have enough thumbs. Hey, Tilly. All right. Make sure I got enough thumbs. Give me them thumbs, y'all. Thumbs up that you ready and thumbs up the live. Give me them thumbs. So I know you guys are ready. And for all my replay game people, I still love you guys. Y'all still got thumbs up the live too. All right. Like we got enough thumbs so far. All right, you guys. So our first story has Sophie, Brittany, and Evelyn. Sophie, Brittany, and Evelyn. Are you ladies here? Roll call. Are you ladies here? I know Evelyn's here. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you, Keisha. I know Evelyn's here. Is Brittany here? Hey, Ryan. Thank you, Cass. Sophie. Is Sophie here? I'm going to have to call a parent because obviously they are cutting my damn class. So, yes, this is my red. This is my death color for somebody might die in this damn story. So I turn it red so you guys will know somebody might die in this story. So we know, Mr. Jingles. No, Mr. Jingles, you gotta stay locked up. All right. Here we go. So Sophie, Brittany, and Evelyn, this is you guys' story. All right. So Sophie, Brittany, and Evelyn didn't really know each other. They didn't really know each other. They met each other at a camp called Camp Hope right here in Atlanta. They used to go on back in the day. Thank you, Sean. They used to go on back in the day, and they just so happened hooked up because the camp were looking for camp counselors, kids over the age of 16, 17 years old that can help with the kids. So, of course, it was the summertime. They was offering money, and this is how Evelyn, Brittany, and Sophia met each other. Now, this was a sleepaway camp, so kids were gone for a week, and then they was brought back home. So, Evelyn, Brittany, and Sophie already expected to be gone for a week, for this trip to be camp counselors. So when they first get there, they separate the kids off into groups, and Brittany and Evelyn and Sophia all get girls. They don't get none of the boy groups. They all get girl groups, and their cabins with their groups are right next door to each other. So all three of their cabins are right next door to each other that they have to keep an eye on. So the first night goes off without a hitch. The kids get there. They take the kids to eat. After they get through eating, the kids come change their clothes, put on like pajamas, and they go outside for this big bonfire that's in the middle of the camp. So the camp counselors got to be out there to keep an eye on their counselors, on their kids. So when Brittany come bring her kids out there, she see them where they're supposed to go and everything, and then she stands back and she watch her group. As she's watching her group, Evelyn is bringing her group in, but one of Evelyn's kids fall. So Brittany helps her, the baby that she was watching, up and show her where her seat is. So Evelyn, walks over and she's like, "Thank you so much for helping me. Thank you for helping with this kid." And she's like, "It's fine." They stand next to each other. She's like, "I'm Evelyn. Hey, how you doing? I'm Brittany. Like, how many times, how long you been doing this?" It's like, "My first year." She's like, "My first year too." "Oh, well, nice to meet you. Hopefully we have fun this week." They just talking, and the kids are out there getting marshmallows to put on their little sticks and stuff to go roast over the fire. And, then here comes Sophie. Sophie brings her group out. Her group of girls are a little younger than the other two groups, but, they're younger, but they bring them out anyway. So they come out and the kids sit down in the front and, Indian style in front of all the other children. And the camp counselors are watching their kids and all of a sudden the head camp counselor come out and he got on like his costume and he's rah, rah. And all the kids are laughing and screaming and having a good time. And they, bring hot dogs out there for the kids to roast. It's like a good time. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to bother them, no street traffic, nothing. It's like they're just in the woods having a good time. So as they're sitting there roasting their hot dogs and their marshmallows and making s'mores and everything, the camp counselor and the head camp counselor said, "It's story time." So instantly, all the kids that done been there before was like, "Oh, it's story time, y'all. It's time for story time." And all the kids sat down and got close to each other. And all the camp counselors had to tell a story. So the first story comes from Sophie. This is really your first story of the night, okay? So you get 3 stories, but these 3 stories are going to come from these 3 people, okay? So when Sophie gets up, her group of kids seizes her. "Hey, Miss Sophie!" They clapping. "Hey, Miss Sophie!" So she gets up and she waves. She introduces herself. "Hi, my name is Sophie. I'm from the south side of Atlanta. This is my first year, coming to the camp to help out. And I love being here so far. My kids have been great. And, everything's been great." "Okay, well, Miss Sophie, since this is your first year here, you're first initiated to tell the first scary camp story of the night." "Okay, well, I have a camp story." "Okay, well, let's hear your camp story." So everybody get closer in. She tell everybody, come a little closer. So the kids are getting closer to each other. They locking arms. "Cool, girl, it's about to be scary." Oh, so all the kids are close and everything. And Sophie starts her story. Sophie said her story takes place in Lafayette, Louisiana. She says she had a friend who lived in Lafayette, Louisiana, and her parents were rich. Her parents were like, they spoke French or Creole or whatever you like to call it. They spoke French. They bought this little girl whatever she asked for, whatever her heart desired. If she wanted it, they bought it without a hesitation. Nobody's ever told this little girl no. So her and her parents were out one day. And they decided to take the little girl to an ice cream shop. So when she gets to the shop, her mom, Trina, walks up and say, "Nicole, what kind of ice cream you want, baby? Whatever you want is for you." And she said, "I want chocolate. I want chocolate ice cream." So Sean walks up and says, "Hi, how are you guys doing? What can I get for you today?" So Trina said, "My daughter says she wants chocolate ice cream, and Nicole is going to get chocolate ice cream because she gets whatever she wants." So Sean said, "Okay." Sean looks down. Sean said, "I'll be right back." Sean goes to the back. She comes back out. She says, "I'm sorry, I don't have any more chocolate ice cream." And Nicole goes bananas. "I want chocolate ice cream. You said I can have chocolate ice cream. I want chocolate ice cream." And Trina's trying to calm her down. "Calm down. It's okay, Nicole. It's okay. Wait, just give Lane time. Wait, Nicole. Nicole, stop. Nicole is going off." Sean is like, "Look, y'all can't be doing all this in my shop. You need to take your child. If you can't control her, you need to take her out of the shop. She's disturbing my other customers." Trina looks at Sean and she said, "Wait a minute. I'm a paying customer as well. So you're going to respect me and let me handle this situation." She said, "Nicole, Nicole." And Nicole just, "I want that chocolate ice cream." So her mom is like, "Nicole, she has chocolate ice cream. Stop." And look, and Nicole is like, "I want." She got chocolate ice cream. She like, "Calm down. Let me talk." She's like, "Do she has chocolate ice cream, Mom?" And Trina's like, "No, just let me talk. I want chocolate ice cream." So at this point, Shonda walked around the counter and she is grabbing Nicole by her shirt like, "You got to get her out of here." And Trina jumps up like, "Don't you touch my daughter. Don't put your hands on my daughter. Leave her alone." So Sean like, y'all need to go. You get your daughter, y'all need to go. I ain't gonna touch her, but y'all need to go. And Trina like, "No, we're not going nowhere. You're gonna find some chocolate ice cream in this building for my daughter." And Nicole like, you heard my mama, buy some chocolate ice cream. Sean said, I'm not going to look for no chocolate ice cream because we ain't got no damn chocolate ice cream. So you might well tell your baby she ain't getting no damn chocolate ice cream from here. Trina looks at her. She said, that's what you want to tell. That's what you want me to tell my daughter. That's what you want me to tell my baby. She said, you might as well tell her. She might as well get used to disappointment because she ain't going to always have her way out here in the world like she do with y'all. Trina looked at her. Trina said, okay, that's fine. Okay. Nicole said, no, I want my chocolate ice cream. Trina grabbed Nicole by her face and she looked her dead in her eyes. She said, it's okay. And Nicole instantly knew what her mom was saying just from the way she looked at her. Nicole shut the hell up. She was like, okay, all right. Welcome, Lily. Y'all welcome y'all cousin. Welcome, love. So she like, it's okay. So Trina walks out the door and she's holding Nicole's hand. Nicole looks up at Keisha and Sean and she's like, yeah, it's okay. And Sean was like, get out before I call the law, get out. And they walked on out of the restaurant. A couple of customers came to Sean and was like, what is wrong with that lady's child? Why was she acting like that? And Sean was like, some parents just don't have no control over their children. I'm not going to tolerate that in my restaurant, though. She's not going to be doing all that foolishness in my restaurant. Couple was like, yes. Customer was like, yeah, I believe you, girl. You shouldn't let that go on. And, the day went on about itself. And Sean did, what she normally do. She handled all her customers. She cooked and, did whatever she needed to do. So at nighttime, it's time to close down the ice cream shop. She let her last customer out for the night. She closed and locked the door. And she turns her sign over to say close. And she goes to the back to rinse off her ice cream scoopers and everything like that to, clean up for the next day. So as she's washing off her scoopers, she hear a door close in the back. That's strange. So she goes around the corner and she looks. And she just sees her back door like swinging open, closing, swinging open and closing. She's looking like, I don't remember opening that door. So she goes to the back and she looks out. She don't see anybody. She closes the door, but she pulls it so that, it will close all the way. So she pulls it and it goes, snaps, it closes. And she goes up to the front. When she gets to the front and, get ready to get the ice cream scoopers and wash them out, she looks up and Trina and Nicole is sitting on the seats at the front counter, just sitting there. And it scares the shit out of Sean. Sean's like, oh my God, you two again. Look, I'm closed, so you guys need to leave. I don't have any chocolate ice cream. I've already told y'all that, so y'all need to just leave. So Trina gets up off her stool. She comes around the stool. When she gets around the corner, like she's coming behind the counter where Sean is, Sean looks down and she sees there's a switchblade in Trina's hand. And she was walking up on her real slow and she said, didn't I tell you we want a chocolate ice cream? Didn't I tell you I don't disappoint my daughter? What she wants, she gets. Did I not tell you that? And Sean got her hands up and she's like, look, lady, I don't know what's going on, but y'all need to leave. And, I'm going to call the police if you don't leave. And she's like, no, you said, you had a problem with giving my daughter chocolate ice cream. And Sean sees that she's getting closer and closer. And Sean is backing up, but Trina getting close as hell with his knife. And she's like, so she spins the knife around to where she's no longer holding it like this. And now it's like this in her hand. She's like, so you're going to give my daughter her ice cream. And she get ready to lunges for Sean with the knife. And Sean turns around to run. And Trina has a knife. She's standing right behind her. Like Sean didn't even know Trina had got her from the stool. She was standing right behind her. And she rushed upon that knife right into her stomach. And she looked down and she seen Trina sitting right there. And Trina, she seen Nicole. And Nicole was like, didn't I tell you I wanted my chocolate ice cream? And she's stabbing like Sean deeper and deeper so they don't push Sean up against the wall. Now Trina and Nicole is stabbing, just constantly stabbing. stabbing. Both of them went crazy stabbing Shauna all over the place. Well, the next day, of course, the kids in the neighborhood know what time the ice cream shop opens, so they rush to the ice cream shop and they notice that the sign that says closed was still up. Like, that's not right. Ice cream shop should be open. So, some of the older people that come to get ice cream is like, yeah, that's not right. So they start to look through the glass and all they see is a foot with a blood splatter on the floor. So they see this, they run to call the police, and the police comes and they come in and boom, they come in with their guns drawn, they looking around, and when they get behind the ice cream machine, there lies Sean. And Trina Nicole is sitting right there, scooping ice cream, drenching it with her blood as if it's strawberry syrup. And they have been sitting there eating ice cream out of Keyshawn the entire night. Thank you. The whole camp goes bananas. Hey, Sophie, that's my camp counselor. That's my camp counselor right there. And they jump up and they like, woo, that was scary, Sophie. Like, oh my goodness. Like, I hope that don't happen to none of us. And the kids was like, yay, Sophie. And she came and she stood over by Brittany and Evelyn. And she was just like, girl, that was one we used to tell back in the day. And Brittany and Evelyn was like, girl, that was a good one. Oh, that was a real good one. Thank you, Blue. They was like, girl, that was a good one. Like, I can't. Oh, girl, the one I got though, I'm gonna be super scared. So, this is your brief intermission where you can go to the bathroom, get you something to drink, and come on back so that you can get Brittany's story that's coming up next. This is where you get to go get you something to drink, retwist your twisties, refill your shot glass, piss, flush, wash your hands, and tip your auntie in the process. And meet you back here in 2 minutes so we can go ahead and start that second story of the night. Come in. Hey, love. What's going on? You getting tub? That's what's up. Why? You're okay. Stop overthinking stuff, okay? Let your brain relax. It's summertime. Let your brain relax.
The brain's like used to relaxing.
I know it's not used to relaxing. That's why you're going to have to learn how to teach it to relax.
Ugh.
Don't you just hate it? I know. Yes, y'all, please close auntie door. That was a good story. That was the first story, Chastain.
You know, they told me freshman year, gym is required.
Thank you, Keisha. Hope you like the story. Thank you, Blue. Hope you guys like the story.
You know, if gym is required for your freshman year?
Gym?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's fine, though, because you can start taking gymnastics on anyway. Or you don't want to do gymnastics?
No.
You want to track?
I'm just saying.
Now, why I had to die? I'm sorry. I don't choose who dies. No, I don't. I just put you in the story. Well, that kind of makes sense.
Like when though? Not the hostesses.
Look what she said about what Gemini. Not knowing how to turn her brain off. And somebody please put the link up for me to join the family. Moderators, y'all cousin need the link. I like your PJs, Auntie. Thank you very much. It's a onesie. It's like it's a onesie. All right, guys. It's time for the second story. So if you guys are back and you are ready, come on, thumbs. Give them thumbs. Give them thumbs. Thank you, Trina. Good thing you're here, Trina. No. No, you can't have this. No.
Is it the
No,
strawberry?
yes. No, it got alcohol in it.
You're not even gonna finish it.
I am. Go get you a freeze pop. Go get you one of them long ass freeze pops.
You gonna drink less than half of it and then be like, "Whoop, let's get."
Go get one of them long ass freeze pops from out of the freezer. Sit in the tub and eat that. Yes, give it up thumbs, give it up thumbs, give it up thumbs. And don't forget, you guys, I've already posted on the community page that I'm going to make a family shirt. So there's still time for your name to be added. If you want to be added, just go over to the community page and comment under the post, add me, Auntie, so I know to add you to the shirt. Yes, you've been missing that action, Quan. You done missed a couple stories, but I see you was on replay game, so you still caught them. Thank you, Blue. Hi, Tanika. All right, here we go. Y'all, we ready? Okay, here we go. Let's try this. Just because there's a break between story time doesn't mean you get to curse me out. You're still stuck. Okay. Mr. Jingles always got shit to say, honey. Okay. So here we go. So we're back at camp, and the kids are sitting patiently with their marshmallows, and the head camp counselor comes up and he says, "Camp, we have another camp counselor. This is also her first year here, and she's gonna come up to tell her story." So Brittany walks up and twing everybody. She's like, "Hi, my name is Brittany. I'm from the east side of Atlanta. This is my first year being a camp counselor. I love my group that I have so far, and here's my story." So Evelyn says, when she was little, they used to have a candy man that stayed upstairs. Thank you, Drea. Said they used to have a candy man that stayed upstairs over them. She said every summer her cousins used to come over and, they would hang out with them. She said one summer she had summer school, so she had to go stay with her aunt for the summer and do summer school. But this is the same summer that her cousins came over. So her cousin Keyshawn, her cousin Miss D, and her cousin Sequoia came over because summer school wasn't supposed to last the whole summer, just a couple of months. And then she was going to be able to come home and spend time with her cousins for the rest of the time. So while she's at her aunt's house, her cousins are at her house. So they're talking to her while she's at her aunt's house. So, Brittany, what's fun to do around here? And Brittany told them, it's a playground down the street and the candy man lives upstairs. What? A candy man live right upstairs? She's like, yes, candy man live right upstairs. She was like, but be careful. Go when you go up there. He seemed kind of creepy to me. I wouldn't go by myself, And they was like, okay, what he got? So she was like, he got pickles and drinks and freezy cups. And she just started naming all this stuff. And they was like, ooh, I'm gonna buy me this, and I'm gonna buy me that, and I'm gonna buy me this. Okay, well, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. I got some school in the morning, so I gotta go to bed. She got a phone with them. So Keyshawn, Miss D, and Sequoia running there, and they go tell Brittany, Mama, they just got a phone with Brittany. And Brittany says, it's the candy man that lives upstairs over there. So Mom was like, yeah, it's a candy man that lives upstairs. And they was like, ooh, can we please go upstairs and get some snacks before he closed? And she was like, I don't care, go on upstairs. So they come out of the house, they go upstairs, and they knock on the door. When they knock on the door, his door sounded funny. It sounded like it echoed in his house. But it didn't sound like that when they knock on, their cousin door. So they knock on the door, and this old man comes to the door, and he opens the door, and he's in a riding wheelchair. And he comes to the door, and he's like, yeah. He looks at all of them up and down. Yeah, how can I help y'all? And they was like, we want to buy some candy. And he was like, oh, well, come on in. So they come in, and, his house looked like a hoarder's house. It's like paper, piled up magazines and shit. You got to slide, scoop, drop, dude, just to get to the goddamn candy table, to pick what you want and everything. So they get over there, and he's like, what y'all want? And they started, reaching for stuff. How much is this? How much is that? And he's sitting behind them in the wheelchair the whole time, just watching them as they reach for stuff. Well, how much is this? How much is this? And he was like, 25 cents, 50 cents, and they was just like, oh, I want this, and I want to get this. So as they are picking their stuff off the table, he rides past them, but he brushes all they butt with his shoulder as he go by. So everybody jumped back. Excuse me. And he was like, oh, sorry, baby. I was riding about trying to get around so I can get over here and get y'all change and stuff when y'all pay for y'all stuff. So they didn't think nothing of it. Like, oh, okay, maybe he, accidentally brushed us. So, okay, they didn't think nothing of it. So, he goes around, he gives them, the change from the stuff that they buy, and he tells them, you can get free candy if you want it. And they say, huh? He said, you can get free candy. Sometimes you can get free candy. And they was like, how do you get free candy? He was like, well, I'll be having chores and stuff that need to be done around the house. Like, you see all the magazines packed up? I need them taken to the trash and, all that newspaper over there. I need that stuff, thrown away. And I can, I'm in a wheelchair, so I can't get down there to get, throw that stuff away. And they was like, so you going to give us a lot of candy? He's like, I'm going to give you a lot of candy. I just need you to, come up here and throw this stuff away for me sometime. Don't let your mom and dad and them know. Don't let your auntie and uncle them know. Because they may get mad because I'm not giving them candy too. Okay, Keyshawn said, okay, when you want us to come up here and throw it away? He was like, I'll let you know. So they was like, okay. And they ran downstairs, and right before they got ready to go out the door, he was like, here goes some extra candy right here. And he gave them some extra candy. They was like, thank you. And they run on downstairs, and they get down there, and they don't say shit. They don't say shit to nobody about what the man said. So they downstairs eating their candy, having a good time, and everything's all good. And a couple days go by, and they call and they talk to Brittany, and Brittany's like, so y'all having fun? They're like, yeah, man. They like, we gotta tell you a secret, don't say nothing. And she was like, what? They was like, so the candy man said he gonna give us some free candy. And Brittany was like, huh? They was like, the candy man said he gonna give us some free candy. And she was like, why would he be giving y'all free candy? He said he need us to help him throw away all that trash in y'all, and if we throw it away, then he'll give us free candy. Instant, Brittany was like, no, don't do that. No, y'all ain't going up there no more. If y'all want something from up there, send my mama and them up there. Don't go up there no more. Y'all don't need to go up there. I told y'all that man creepy. Don't go up there no more. Man, Brittany, we told you not to say nothing. Like, don't get mad. She like, for real, I'm serious. Don't go up there no more. Don't bother that man. Y'all don't even know that man. Like, don't go up there. Because grown men don't offer children candy for nothing. So stop. Don't go up there. And she got mad. She was like, matter of fact, don't even leave out the house. You know what I'm saying? She got real upset because Brittany's his big cousin. So she got upset about the shit. She hangs the phone up. After she hangs the phone up, a couple days go by. She don't even call them because she's so upset with them. A couple more days go by. The phone rings. Brittany answers the phone. It's Brittany mom and them on the phone. They go up and down. We've been looking for your cousin them. We ain't seen them. They said they was going to the store and we ain't seen them. We've been looking for them. And Brittany's like, what? She's like, are they over there with you? We've been looking for them for almost 3 hours. We haven't been able to find them. So instantly Brittany's like, what the fuck? She jumped like, tell them to come get me. So they rush over and they get Brittany. They bring Brittany home. And, she's sitting there with her mama and she's like, what happened? Tell me everything that happened, exactly what you remember. The mom was like, they got up early in the morning, they was playing, they ate breakfast, they went outside and played for a little while, then they came here and they said they was going to go to the playground and probably stop by another little friend's house and they'll be back. She's like, that was 3 hours ago. We done checked the playground. We done checked all the kids at the playground and we can't find them. Like, do you think you know where they could be? And she was just like, I don't know, mama. Y'all just, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay at the house and y'all, go where y'all got to go. Y'all go look where y'all going to look and I'm going to stay at the house. Okay. All right. So she stays at the house. Everybody get in the car and pulls off. She's standing on the front porch. Everybody pull off and leave. She looks and see the last car be in the corner and she instantly heads upstairs to the Candyman house. She hit the door hard as shit. Boom, boom, boom. You can hear his little motorized wheelchair coming onto the door. He comes to the door. He sees her. Hey, I ain't seen you in a while. Where you been? She like, look, don't play no fucking games with me. Where's my little cousins? Give me my little cousins right now. I know they up here trying to help you clean up this nasty ass house. Give me my little cousins before I tell my dad that they was up here and we had the police up here. And he's like, whoa. I ain't got your little cousins. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't got your little cousins. And she like, yes, you do. I know you do because they said they was going to come up here and help you clean up. And he was like, nah, I ain't got them. So she pushed her way into the house. She pushed around the house. She's screaming for their name. Man, Sequoia, Keyshawn. She's screaming for me. He's screaming, baby. Like, I told you, they not here. They not here. I told you, they not here. She kept walking around the house. She couldn't find shit. She come back. She said, I'm going to tell my dad. I'm going to let my dad and them know you had my cousin up here. The police going to come up here. They're going to get you. Well, go tell them whatever you need to tell them then. But I'll be right here. So she rushes downstairs. She started to call the cell phone they were calling from. She didn't hear the cell phone ring. She was going to every room in the house to see if she could hear the cell phone through the ceiling. Coming from one of the rooms in his house, she couldn't, nothing. She didn't hear nothing. A couple days go by, they still can't find the cousins. Now the police is involved. Everybody in the neighborhood looking for these kids. They checking cameras, everything. Last time they seen them, all this shit. Kids never even went to the park. No camera across the street from the park, down the street from the park. Nobody got video of these kids ever coming to the goddamn park. So they know the kids didn't come to the fucking park. So, you know, families out, everybody out looking for the kids again. Brittany's walking around the house. She's trying to call, you know, everybody that she knows. And she hears a sound through the floor in the back bedroom. So she goes to the back bedroom to look around and see what the fuck the sound is. And she hears just like that. So now she's looking at her walls. She's looking at the closet. She's looking all around the room like, where the fuck is this sound coming from? And she standing around, she hear, fuck. She looks up and she sees like the ceiling fan blades are like shaking, kind of like vibrating when noise happening. And she knows that sound. So she, you know, gets her broom, get a broom, and she's like, doom, 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 doom. And she just stops and she looks up and then you hear, she knew then. She like, that's them. That's my cousin. She jumps up. She puts her shoes on. She goes in her daddy's bedroom. She grabs the gun. She comes out of that house and she storms upstairs. She hit his door with that gun, the butt of that gun. Boom, boom, boom. He comes to the door. What? I'm going to call the police that you up here. She hit him in the face with the pistol. Bow, knock him out. Blood go everywhere. Slap blood out of him out. Now he in the wheelchair out. Jerry rolled, arm still on the goddamn button. His ass just rolling in the hallway of the fucking apartment. Knocked the fuck out. She rushes in. She goes to the bedroom where she heard the knocking from. This man got so much shit in this room. It's like hoarders for real. Bags and you can see roaches and all kind of shit in here. It was just like creepy to even go in the fucking room. It was so dirty and nasty. Dressers, TVs, like mold, all kind of shit is in this room. And she get in the room and she's like, she could barely even take the smell. She was holding her nose. She was screaming for them. Miss Day, Sequoia, Miss Day, Sequoia, Keyshawn. She just calling for her and muffled. You hear very muffled. She hears this shit. She jumps back because to even come into the room, she had to step on a pile of shit. So now she's scared that she might be standing on them. She jumps back, you know, off the pile of shit and picks up her phone and she calls for the police. All the family rush down, the police get there. His ass still knocked out, rolling in the goddamn hallway. They get him and they come to the house and it takes like, they tell Brittany to come out. They bring in people with hazmat suits to come in here and try to get this shit out the way. And at the bottom of all this shit is Sequoia, Keyshawn, and Miss D. They are all down there. Keyshawn came out. Her leg was broken from whatever the fuck he had put on top of her, but her leg was broken. Miss D came out. Her arm was broken from the pile of shit she had on her, but unfortunately, Sequoia didn't make it. Sequoia had a whole fucking like stove unit, like a stove, like you take a stove out the wall. He had pushed a whole stove on top of the pile of shit that was on top of her. So she was, according to them, she wasn't able to lift her face up to even breathe or get breath. So she basically suffocated under that pile of shit. And Brittany went bananas. They went crazy about her. Family went bananas. The police locked the dude up, you know, grabbed him, locked him up and everything. And Brittany was so hurt. She didn't go to school. She stayed at home the rest of the time with her other cousins that did survive. Keyshawn and Miss D, she stayed there with them. And, she chilled. And funny part about it is the fucking Candyman got a bond. He got a bond and bonded out. He bonded out. So the family was going out one night to go, talk to Sequoia's, parents, try to talk to them and keep them cool and everything. And they left Brittany and Miss D and Keyshawn at the house. So they're at the house, chilling, upset, but just trying to chill. And all of a sudden they hear walking, going up the steps in the hallway. Fuck, the only person that will be going up the steps is the fucking Candyman. So they run to the window, they run to the door, and they look, and they see it's him, like on this little thing, taking him up the step, but his feet is hitting every step as he goes up. I guess he trying to let them know, I'm out, I'm here, y'all didn't do shit. He gets all the way upstairs, and he gets settled in and everything. Yeah, the next day, I guess he was supposed to meet his attorney. And unfortunately, he didn't make it. So the police went to his house to check and see where he was, and couldn't get him to the door. Went to the rent office. Rent office said it would be fine if they, got kicked in the door to check on him, make sure he was okay. And they kicked open the door to check on him and everything, and he was laid out on the floor with his throat slit, rats chewing away at his neck. Oh my God, everybody's like, oh my God, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What's going on? What happened? Family wakes up, they come tell Brittany and them, oh my goodness, somebody done killed the man from upstairs, somebody killed the Candyman. And Brittany, I'm like, really? Really? And they, sitting at the table eating breakfast, and the family's like, yeah, somebody killed the dude. And while Brittany is sitting there eating breakfast with Miss D and Keyshawn, she goes to put her spoon in her mouth, and she looks up, and she sees blood on Keyshawn's hands. So right when her mom's about to turn around and ask Keyshawn if she want more bacon, instantly Brittany jumps up, slap Keyshawn's hand, grab Keyshawn. Come on, baby, come on in here. I think you cut yourself. Wipe the hands off. And left that at that. Family never asked any questions. But Brittany says they didn't do anything. It was just karma. And that was Brittany's story. And the kids went bananas. Yay! Brittany's my camp counselor. That's my camp counselor right there. And then all the kids was like, Brittany, did your cousin kill him? And she was like, no, my cousin didn't kill anybody. But that's a mystery for you guys. And all the kids was like, oh my God, is your cousin a killer? And she just walks off, and all the kids are like, come on, Brittany, you gotta tell us. And the camp counselor comes back in the middle, and he's like, so I guess Brittany left you guys with a mystery to deal with tonight. And everybody looking around like, Brittany, tell us. She's like, nope, I can't tell you. And the camp counselor was like, whoo, how was that, you guys? Was that scary for you guys? And they was like, yeah, but I want to know if Brittany. No, that's a mystery for you guys to figure out. Our third and final person that's going to come to the stage and tell us her story. It's also her first time, but she'll be coming up in a second. So hurry up and get your marshmallows ready and your hot dogs ready and get a little close for your third creepy story of tonight. And this is your brief intermission where you can go to the bathroom, get you something to drink, wash your hands, retwist your twisties, refill your shot glasses, and meet me back here in 2 minutes for the last story of the night. So I hope you guys like the story. Go over and tip your auntie if you do. Thank you. Thank you, Keyshawn. And Jim, I'm behooved. Chastain. Why do we always play this game? You just gotta go to story time and you put it together. I'm with Brittany. It's on you to put it together. I know, right, Miss Alicia? Honey. Any stories for the crystal ball? Anybody got any stories for the crystal ball? Because we're going to start our final story of the night in like 2 minutes. Moderators, I hope y'all got these names so I can put them in the next story time. And I hope I got enough people for the next story time because you know it's like 4 story Wednesdays. So if I ain't got enough people, it might be 2 story Wednesdays or 3 story Wednesdays. But however many people I got, that's what we're going to do. So hurry up and get your stuff together so we can get ready to start this next story, the final story of the night. Thank you, Barbie. Is my friend going to beat someone? But we don't know who your friend is, but we shall see.
Now is not the right time to tell you.
Now is not the right time to tell you. Auntie message. So stupid. Ask the balls. Are these stories true?
It is a strong possibility.
Now, that's what you get. That's what you get. The ball always give you what you want on the chest thing. That's what you get. If I go to get white girl wasted in Mexico.
It is a certainty.
There you go. White girl wasted in Mexico. There it is. Well, I slapped the hell out of my in-laws. Oh, goodness. We don't need no charges, cuz. Okay.
Everything points to no.
Everything points to no, Alicia. So you won't be slapping your in-laws. Do I need to take this pilot class?
Yes.
There you go, reality. Yes, you should. It's the bad of seeing going to be the one for me.
Highly doubtful.
Highly doubtful, Jersey. Is my daughter going to have a girl?
You can rely on that.
You can rely on that. Let's see. Last question. Will I sell out on Saturday?
It is best not to say now.
There you go. It's best not to say now. Not damn, I'm out. He's so silly, Jersey. All right, you guys, we're back. So if you ain't got over there and thumbs up the live, please go over and thumbs up the live. I greatly appreciate it. It's like 80 of y'all in here and only 68 thumbs. The math ain't right. I ain't the smartest person in the world, and I can't do Chinese arithmetic. But last time I checked, them numbers didn't add up to me. That shit don't add up at all. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, so give it a thumbs if y'all are ready for the last story of the night. I hate Jersey tonight. I hate them. Yeah, that's how I be, but you gotta get to know new people. Let me get them thumbs. Let me get them thumbs. Let me get them thumbs. Thank you, Keisha. I hope you like your story, love. Get them thumbs, get them thumbs, get them thumbs. You're gonna be single for the rest of your life. Your king is coming. You just gotta be patient. You ain't trying to get Mr. Right. You trying to get Mr. Right now. No. Mr. Right now come with a bill. Leave his ass alone. You just sit back and be patient and wait. God, got it, girl. Now, look, if you just okay. All righty. Now go ahead and do it and say it's self-defense. Y'all so silly. All right, you guys, here we go with the last story of the night. Oh my goodness. No, you ready to wait for that old man to get out of prison. You a mess. Yes, y'all close the door, peoples. Close the door. Here come our last story of the night, you guys. You ready? Thank you, Miss D. Let's see what color we going for this one. All right, guys, we had to go blue for this one. So the camp counselor gets up in the middle. He tell the kids, I hope you guys got your marshmallows ready and your hot dogs and your s'mores ready because we have our last camp counselor of the night to come up and tell her creepy story and to welcome herself. So Evelyn gets up and all her kids are like, Evelyn, Evelyn, Evelyn. Like everybody knew Evelyn's name because of her kids. They just screaming her name. And Evelyn gets up in front of everybody. She's like, hi. I'm Evelyn. Thank you, Reese. She's like, hi, I'm Evelyn. And this is my first time being a camp counselor here. She said, I went to this camp when I was younger. And I bet a lot of y'all don't remember me, but I was at this camp when I was younger. But this is my first time being a camp counselor here. And I love my cabin. And her kids was like, yay, Evelyn. So she's like, this is my story. And my story takes place here at Camp Hope. So all the kids was like, oh shit, it's about to go down. They started to get close. Like, man, I hope it ain't no monsters because we got to sleep out here in the goddamn woods. I hope she ain't going to tell us a damn monster story. So, but all the kids couldn't wait to get around to hear what the story was. So she said, it all started about 6 years ago. She said, when I first got here, I didn't know anybody here. I didn't have any friends here. A lot of the kids from my neighborhood didn't go. It was just me, you know, a couple more other kids, but I didn't know them either. So she says, I didn't know them either, but, you know, they came to camp soon. She said, when I got to camp, I stayed to myself. I didn't really, you know, associate with anybody or talk to anybody. She said, then I noticed it was this group of girls that was always sitting to themselves and they would always be talking by themselves. And I felt like because they were by themselves, I felt like I would fit in. She said, so she goes over there and she introduces herself and she's like, hi, my name is Evelyn. And the girls is like, hi, my name is Rakisha. Hi, my name is China. Hi, my name is Nisa. So she was like, we became really tight. We hit it off the rip. She's like, we all believed in the same thing, like Bigfoot and, you know, paranormal and aliens and all that stuff. And she was like, we used to just sit to ourselves for days at a time, just lay out and, you know, like tell each other, you know, stories about things that could happen or what could possibly happen or what we didn't see here that could be here. So she was like, one night, we had our annual bonfire like you guys are doing now. So all the kids were getting close. They wanted to hear. And she was like, we was all sitting together and they was telling the stories and we were really enjoying the stories. And she said, then the story came to an end. Storytime came to an end and we all had to go. She said, we got ready to go inside the cabin. She said, Rakisha said, what is that? So we all looked up and we noticed a really bright light coming from over towards the north. She said China was really good with reading a compass. And she said, hey, everybody, those lights are coming from the north. Thank you, Rakisha. So she was like, everybody was like, let's go, let's go. But Evelyn was like, I was scared. She said, I didn't know. I only heard about aliens. I only read about it in books. She said, I was too scared to go. I said, I wasn't going to go. She said, but they got upset with me. They was like, come on, this is what we do. She was like, Rakisha was saying, come on, don't be scared. Let's go. And Nisa was like, hurry up. And Nisa just took off running. After Nisa started running, you know, China started running behind her. Like, I got the compass. You can't leave without the compass. And Rakisha was like, are you coming, Evelyn? Are you coming? She said, I told Rakisha, I'm not coming. I'm scared. So Rakisha took off through the woods. She said she just went on back to her cabin. She figured they'll come back to, you know, whatever cabin they were in. She said she went on her cabin and she got in bed and she went to sleep. She said the next morning when they got up, they woke up to a siren going off. So all the kids jump up, like, what the hell going on? Is it a fire? What is going on? And they call all the kids. They be like, all kids to the middle right now. All kids to the middle. So all the kids started to rush out the cabins. When all the kids got in the middle, they told the camp counselors, go calm every cabin. Make sure we got every child out of every cabin. So they are standing out. The kids is like, what's going on? They're like, just be quiet. We checking for something right now. So all the camp counselors run and check the bathrooms, the porta potties, all over the place. They are looking around. Thank you, Trina. They looking around in the cafeteria, in the back of the cafeteria, they looking around all over the place. And they come back and they tell the head supervisor of this camp, we got all the kids. These are all the kids right now. So the lady gets over the intercom of her little microphone, and she looks and she says, can I have Rakisha, China, and Nisa, please raise your hand. And all the kids started to look around, and Evelyn started to look around and see if she seen them, and then her hands go up. So the lady says it again. Rakisha, China, Nisa, we need you guys to raise your hands. Stop talking. Everybody be quiet. Hey, be quiet. So all the kids got quiet. China, Rakisha, Nisa, please raise your hand. Neither one of them raised their hand. Now you can hear police pulling up. So the supervisor tell the camp counselors, keep the kids here. I'm going to talk to the police. So she goes over and she runs to go talk to the police. So Evelyn's standing there with her camp counselor, and her camp counselor look all nervous and stuff. She's like, what's going on? Like, what's wrong? And the camp counselor's like, it's nothing for you to be worried about. It's a grown-up situation. Just stay here. And Evelyn was refusing, like, no, you need to tell me what's going on. Those are my friends. Like, where are they? They're my friends. Where are they? So that, she's making this big commotion, and all the kids are looking back. So the camp counselor grabs Evelyn by the arm, and she says, you're going to get in trouble. As she's walking her away from the group, she's like, you're going to get in trouble. When they get further enough away, she's like, okay, you said you think your friends, right? And she's like, yeah. She was like, how close were y'all? She was like, they were like my best friends. She said, okay, well, do you know anywhere these kids would hide because they didn't come back to camp when the story time was over? No one has seen them since story time last night. Is there anywhere they could possibly be hiding that you might know about? And she's like, no, but last night we seen a bright light in the sky. She said, all of us seen it, and they ran towards the bright light. And the counselor, she stepped back, and she's like, a bright light in the sky, are you serious? And she's like, yeah, they ran to it, but I was scared. I was too scared to go, so I came back. And she was like, which way? Which way? And she was like, all I know, China kept saying it was towards the north, because she had a compass, and it was running towards the north. So the counsel told her to stay right here. I'll be right back. She runs up to the front. She tells the supervisor, look, this little girl down here, Evelyn, said they're like her best friends. She was with them last night when they ran off. She said they saw a bright light in the sky, and the kids just took off running towards this bright light north of where she's standing right now. So the police and everybody rushed down there where Evelyn at. They asked Evelyn, where were you standing? She was like, she walked over. She's like, I was standing right here. She said, I remember Nisa just took off into the woods. She said China had a compass in her hand, and she said that the bright light was coming from the north, and they needed to run to the north. And she ran into the woods behind Nisa. She said Rakisha was the last one to go in the woods. She was asking me if I would go. I told her I wasn't going because I was scared, and then she ran into the woods. So the police is like, grab Evelyn, put her in the room. We'll be able to talk to her. And the police just spread out throughout that area. They looking at all around. They got flashlights starting to get dark. They still ain't found them. Now, Evelyn is crying. She's upset. She don't know what's going on. They don't call Evelyn mom to tell her 3 girls are missing from the camp, and they need a parent to be there so they can continue to investigate and ask more questions. So her parents get there, and she's, telling them, the same thing she told them before. The parents is like, what are y'all doing? Y'all ain't out here looking for these kids. And Evelyn says, I gotta use the bathroom. Can I go to the bathroom? So they tell her, yeah, go ahead, go to the bathroom. So Evelyn goes to the bathroom, and she's using the bathroom. And while she's on the toilet, she hears, Evelyn. Fuck. So she gets up. She looks inside the toilet like, what the hell? Evelyn. So she gets up and she looks on the side, like the porta potty window is really high up, but it's like right here. And she can see Rakisha's face. And she's like, Evelyn, come on. And she's like, Rakisha, what are y'all doing? The police and everything is looking for y'all. Like, where are y'all? What are y'all doing? Like, you need to find the police. And she's like, come outside right quick. Come here. And she's trying to hurry up. Evelyn's trying to hurry up and pull her clothes up. And right before she get ready to push the door open, she thinks about it. Like, how the fuck would she have gotten to that window? That window is high as shit. She would have had to be standing on top of China and Nisa, just for her to get that high up. So as she's opening up the door to get ready to go out, a bright light hit Evelyn in the face. So she snatches the door back. And she's like scared. The light is so bright, it's shining through every crack and crevice of the door. She's holding the door. You can still hear, Evelyn, just come here. Come here, Evelyn. And she looks up and she can still see Rakisha like, come on. And she hears Evelyn. And she looks to the other side and Nisa's at this window. And now it's really freaking her the fuck out because ain't nowhere the fuck these two girls are 18 foot fucking tall to be scattered in both of these damn windows. And I know good goddamn well China ain't balancing both of these bitches up from on each side. Is there like, this shit is not making sense. And they're like, Evelyn. She can see the light is brighter, shining through all sides of the porta potty. And now the porta potty is starting to shake. Evelyn, come on. Evelyn, help us. We need your help. And she's just like, stop it. She's holding her ear. She's screaming, stop it. Got her eyes closed. Stop it. And she feels something touch her. She jumps, and it's her mom. And she's looking at her mom. Her mom's like, what's wrong? And she looks around, she looks up, she don't see Rakisha, she don't see Nisa, like, what the fuck? It was a light, did y'all see the light? And everybody's like, what light? She was like, did y'all see the light? It was a light. She runs out of the porta potty, she looks up, it was a light, y'all didn't see the light. She runs on the side of the porta potty, she looking at how fucking high up this window is from the ground, like, how the fuck were they doing that? She's like, I just saw Rakisha and Nisa, they was in the windows of the porta potty, and the police is like, how could they have gotten up? She's like, I don't know. I just saw them. It was a bright light, and then it was just there. Like I saw them. They out here. Rakisha. She just started screaming. So the police started fanning out further. Like she just saw them. Check the woods. She just saw them. So everybody's running through the woods, looking at Evelyn's like, I know they out here. And then she, tells the kids, tell her parents, they out here, mom. They out here. And then her mom is like, it's okay, babe. Come get in the car. Just sit down in the car and calm down. She gets in the car. She sits down. She's looking around. She see all these police lights flashing. She see, all these police walking around the car. And she's sitting there scared. She see her parents over to the side talking to the police and everything. And then all of a sudden, a bright light hit the car she's on. Like, bow! Bright ass light. And it's like everybody just froze. Everybody that was outside just froze. Cops that were in mid-stride just froze, like everybody fucking froze. And Evelyn is looking at this shit. She's like, Mom, Dad. And her mom is like, just froze. Everybody's fucking froze. And this bright ass light is on the car. And she's like screaming like, Mom, Dad, help, Mom. And nobody's like moving. Everybody just froze. The cop is in front of the car like this, just froze. And she's looking out of the windows, and then you can see Rakisha, Nisa, and China is walking towards the car out of the woods. But they have 3 other motherfuckers with them that's like really goddamn tall behind them. And she sees this, Evelyn sees this, and she slides to the other side of the car, and she's trying to get out. She's looking, but she's trying to get out. And Rakisha and them is like, come on, Evelyn, we need your help. Come on. They're getting closer and closer to the car. She's trying to get the car door open. The door won't open. She's screaming. Everybody's frozen on the fucking street. Rakisha gets to the car. She put her hands on the window. She's like, just come here. Just come here and help us. And she's like, no, Rakisha, go away. And then she hears, come on. She turns this way. Nisa's at this window. She's like, just come on. Just open the door. Come on. And she's like, y'all just leave me alone. China's at the front window. Thank you, Rakisha. China's at the front window and she's knocking like, just open the door. It's okay. We here to help you. And she's like, no, leave me alone. They just like, open the door, Evelyn, open the door. And she's like, no, leave me alone. And then finally they just stopped talking and they backed away from the car. And then you see like these big shadow motherfuckers that was behind them at first is now on the side of each one of them. And they are looking at the car and they're telling Evelyn, just get out of the car and come on. And Evelyn's like, no, I'm not getting out of the car. And these 3 black shadows walk up to the car, put their hands on the car, and then a bright flash, and then the lights go away. And everybody continue doing what they're doing. And the mom over there telling the police, y'all need to figure out what is going on with these kids because my daughter is scared out of her mind. Look at my daughter. And they pointed at the car and Evelyn's not there. Her mom turns around, Evelyn, Evelyn. Everybody run over to the car, all the police. Did you see her get out? Did anybody see her when she got out? What happened? Evelyn, Evelyn, where Evelyn? And they went around looking for Evelyn. Evelyn, Evelyn, Evelyn. And they couldn't find Evelyn. And Evelyn told them, she said, my parents couldn't find me, couldn't nobody find me. And I was just gone. And all the kids at the campfire were like, where did you go? She was like, I never came back. And the kids were like, huh? Even Brittany and Sophie and the head counselor, everybody's looking at Evelyn as like, what? And Evelyn's like, I never came back. They never found me. And the kids looking confused. They're like, huh? The fuck is she talking about? Like, what is she talking about? And all of a sudden, like this black mist starts to come around Evelyn. It circles her body, and everybody's like, is she on fire? Is she on fire? Somebody help her, she's on fire. And they run over, and this fucking shit spills out of her mouth. It looked like something out of the fucking thing. She starts to throw up, and this shit comes out of her mouth. Kids go everywhere, running all over the fucking place, screaming and hollering. They seeing this shit grow bigger and bigger that's coming out of her fucking mouth. She's throwing up, and the kids are running. Everybody's running. Brittany's running. Sophie's running. Everybody's trying to get the fuck on. They all run into one area, close the door, hold the door closed. This shit is shaking the door. They are all holding the door as hard as they can, holding it with everything they can, y'all. And they held that door the whole night. Every kid, all you did was screaming throughout the whole night. But Brittany and Sophie held their goddamn door closed as long as they could. By the time they woke up, somebody was snatching the door out of their hand. They just screamed, ah! There was another counselor. He had scratches on his face. He like, how many kids here with you? How many kids here with you? And they looked back and they had damn near all their kids, except for probably like 10. They had damn near all their kids. They get up and they come out and it's just like bodies strewed everywhere. Children that wasn't fast enough, strewed everywhere. And they couldn't find Evelyn. All they could find was the peeling of the shit that she was throwing up out of her mouth. Evelyn was never seen again. They had no pictures of Evelyn. Nobody can even tell you where Evelyn came from. Don't nobody know shit. Evelyn just showed up as a fucking counselor. Nobody know where she came from. They checked applications. Not one application from this girl. She just showed the fuck up. Yeah, and they had to come out there and pick up all these dead bodies, and they asked, what the fuck happened out here? And the story that the kids were giving was so unbelievable that they just swept it under the rug. Just swept it under the rug. Bought parents off, paid for silence, all that shit. So, yeah. But that was you guys' third story of the night. I hope you enjoyed Storytime, because please believe me, I did. I am so happy you guys are here to be here with me for Storytime. Thank you, Rakisha. I'm so glad you guys are here with me for Storytime. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I try not to take up too much of your time. So I hope you guys really enjoyed the stories. I will be back on Wednesday with 4 brand new stories for you guys, if I got enough people for them. So, yes. But y'all know my motto. Thank you so much. Stay safe, social distance, and don't slap the sleeves off a bitch unless she earns it. So, from my family to yours, mwah. Good night, and we love you guys.